guys. Another simple favor review. Let's get right to it. Action. What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? As always, I am your host, Ryan D, aka Ryan680.
I'm Angela, Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. You know what to do, guys. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to us on our Alamo City Movie Talk page. And thank you for making us a part of your day. But let's get right to it. Angela, what are we talking about this week of movies? Prime. We shop a lot on Amazon, by the way. A lot on Amazon. But what are we talking about today?
We are talking about, is it Amazon MGM Studios came out with the sequel to A Simple Favor. So it's called Another Simple Favor.
Yeah.
It's a sequel. So Stephanie Smothers and Emily Nelson reunite on the island of Capri, Italy for Emily's extravagant wedding to a rich Italian businessman, which is interrupted by murder and betrayal. So, Ryan, picking up, I know it's been a while since we've seen the first one, A Simple Favor. Mm-hmm. What were your thoughts coming out of this, given that it's a sequel, the cast, or, the two main leads are back? What were your thoughts on this one?
It's very silly. It's a very silly, overwhelmingly silly movie. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that it really embraces that in its own right. But again, I could see why I did not love this movie. I think the first one is way better. So I'm going to say that right now at the bat. Do I think it's better than the first one? No, it's not, in my opinion. And I just, I expected more from the first one going into the sequel. I really did. I was excited when they first announced this movie. I was pleasantly surprised that, both Blake Lively, Anna Kendrick, and it was so cool seeing the same characters. And then the thing that got me, though, in this movie, I'm not going to mention it. I'm not going to spoil it for any of you guys out there. Everyone's going to probably watch this movie, without a doubt. Everyone is. With all the Blake Lively nonsense, with all the Anna Kendrick, all the memes I saw, all the facial expressions she was doing. She looked very uncomfortable doing the press tour. Take it as you will. Take it with a grain of salt. That's just TMZ. That's gossip. We don't talk about that here. But when it comes to effect to the movie studios, you have to kind of, mention it a little bit because of all the scandal that's happening and everything. But regardless, Another Simple Favor is a silly movie that has so many plot twists. It has a plot twist within a plot twist, and I feel like it doesn't exceed very well as a great or good movie. I feel like people are really going to like it for their own reasons. I feel like they are because they like, for me, the rich story out of here. Of course, Anna Kendrick's story. And she's very entertaining. She really is. And she exceeds more than I thought she would. And it keeps you entertained throughout the film, following her story, just like you did kind of in the first one. So yeah. But Angela, what did you think of Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick? Because their chemistry, for me, I enjoyed them both on camera, but more so Anna Kendrick when she was solo on camera. But what did you think of Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick?
So it's been a minute since I've seen the first one.
Yeah.
And I completely forgot what the first one was like. I'm not going to lie.
Excuse my language. Yeah. And they even mentioned it, brother fucker. Remember?
Yeah. So yeah, I agree that the chemistry between them in the movie was very catty, and I really liked it. But I think it was on purpose, because that's how their characters are. But it was just funny seeing them on screen together. I know that they have this movie, the press, like you say, the press for this movie has been kind of giving controversy in the public eye, more so because of the whole lawsuit with Blake Lively. So I do agree that this one isn't as good as the first one. I do like that there are like you say, plot twist, but I liked it. I liked that it was kind of like it was predictable, but then it kind of tried to throw you off the scent, right? Because Anna Kendrick, she became the part-time investigator. She solved cold cases. Now she's back trying to do the same thing. And I liked that it wasn't straightforward. It was like kind of try to throw you for a loop. Now, was it predictable? Sure, it was. Yeah, it was. But also, I really liked seeing Allison Janney. I think she was really cool in here too. Yes. We saw the return of Henry Golding.
Oh man, he was good.
The cast was spectacular. So I really liked that aspect. There were good moments on here. I don't think it's completely fail. I just do think that it just didn't live up to the first one, which again, most sequels are like that. There's very rarely a sequel that is matching or better than the first one.
I feel like Wicked Part 2 or Wicked Good for Good could really beat Wicked 1.
And another one,
a masterpiece of The Godfather too.
Yeah, so it take it with you. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy this film.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it, but did I love it as much as the first one? No.
Yeah. Yeah, same here. I really enjoyed Anna Kendrick's moments in here, and I really enjoy. Overall, though, the story, it just was okay. I found it. I found it. It felt like cinema mixed in with reality TV, and it's just like something kept happening, and then something kept happening. It was just like what? The logic behind the movie sense of it all. Yes, it's movie magic. We know some things don't have to explain everything, but I just for me, I just did not enjoy certain, and also who wrote the script. I feel like the word choices were just too forced. Like they were using fucker and just too many times.
Well,
Brother,
okay,
I get it from the first one. But
I think that plays into like how much tension there is between the two characters. Like, are they friends? Are they not friends?
You could do tension with, I don't know. It's just the way. Maybe it's the acting of Blake Lively, because every time she would say like fucker, I was just like, well, like
it sounds weird, right?
Take it serious.
But again, it didn't take away from the movie for me for that. Yeah. But
I'm just nitpicking. Sorry, guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I do think the first one's better, but I do encourage people giving this one a shot because, again, it's, it's beautifully shot. It's in Capri. It's amazing. It's beautiful.
Yeah. But there are a lot of few CGI moments that you could tell they're CGI moments.
Yeah, but the budget was more in the acting instead of the CGI, which I appreciate. But overall, I think people are going to probably enjoy this one. I am curious though if there are some people out there who think this one's better than the first one. Because again, I disagree. I think the first one's better, but I am curious to see what y'all think. Leave in the comments.
And then I actually saw. So I'll read a couple articles like The Guardian, discussing film. I read a few articles, like few paragraphs here and there on what they think of the movie. And one of them actually said that they feel like audiences are not going to are going to question themselves to where should this even been made or touched.
That's an argument too, yeah.
And to be fair, I'm not opposed to someone creating something different. I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I love when sequels happen. Yeah, maybe it's not the sequel we wanted. Okay, whatever. Maybe it's not the IP we wanted. Okay, fine. No one knew Guardians, and look how great Guardians was. No one knew Peacemaker, and I was even against Peacemaker. I was like, why are you doing a Peacemaker? And then it ended up being fucking amazing. So it's that risk you take. Every movie studio does it. They have that risk. TV show, TV studio, whatever you want to say. Just everyone has to take a risk. And I feel like that, yeah, this movie may have sucked we'll see if it sucks for most audiences. If it does, okay, you have the first one. You have the original.
Yeah,
stick to that.
And the way that this one ended, not to spoil it, it kind of was open-ended, if you will. So
they definitely opened it up for a sequel. I'll say that.
A third one. Yeah. So again, I'm not sure if that is in the works or if that's going to be made or if that's even being considered. But I feel like the way they did leave it, it could be a possibility that we see another movie. So I am curious to see if that is going to be in the works in the future. Although I'm curious where it would go from here.
Yeah.
We have an idea, which we won't spoil it, but still, it kind of begs the question: does the next one need to be made, just like this one?
Well, we'll see. I think they're just MGM and Amazon. They're just waiting for studio audiences to really
react,
have their inputs, because they really do care. At the end of the day, studios do care to a certain degree. They do, because obviously we make them. I mean, this ain't going in theaters, but obviously people word of mouth and everything, and they want word of mouth, social media. They want that. They want that publicity, whether it's good or bad.
I am curious to see what the box office is going to be for this one.
Well, it's not even going. I don't think it's.
Oh, just direct to stream.
Yeah, I think it's going direct to stream, which is crazy.
That is crazy.
Not good, but
I mean, it's Amazon. What do you expect?
Nope. Yeah, it's not going to. I wanted to verify on this, and nope, it is not going. Only this week is Thunderbolts, of course, and Megan's getting re-released. That's interesting there. Right before the second one. That one looks good. That one, I'm not gonna lie, that one looks really good. But again, yeah. So you go back to like, maybe they show the best parts of the movie in the trailer, and I would say and then it just for me, I felt like the script, the word choices, everything was just poorly done, poorly written, and I feel like that we needed a little bit more in depth and everything, but I don't know. Maybe I'm asking too much for movie studios to really like push for that boundaries and everything. And
yeah,
so,
not every movie has to be an artistic masterpiece.
I know, right? I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Some movies are
just
emotion meant to entertain us, and I am okay.
Those are
with
popcorn
that.
movies, and I agree. I totally agree. Maybe the whole point of this was more of like a soap opera kind of deal, and I could see that more.
Yeah, and I could see that, and I liked it because I like soap operas.
All right, novelas. All right, guys. Rating 1 out of 10. 10 being the highest. Angela, what do you give this rating?
So again, I enjoyed it for what it was. You know, for the second one, like I said, not all of the jokes or all the moments were hitters, but for me, it was a solid film for me. So I'm gonna give it a 6.5 because.
Oh wow, that's a high rating. Wow.
Yeah, because it was, I liked the cast as much as I'm not a fan of Blake Lively. I enjoyed their chemistry, her and Anna, on screen together. I think some of the jokes were funny. It was entertaining for me. It kept me entertained. Was it a little predictable? Sure. But there was a couple things I didn't expect at all. It kind of threw me for a loop. But overall, I thought it was a pretty solid average film. Yeah. A little above average.
Yeah. Regardless of the over-the-top plot twists and everything and the outcome of it, I obviously they added on to it as well, even more so to the original, so it kind of let me questioning on certain things, and I was just like, I kind of agree, maybe they shouldn't have, but at the same time I'm just like, I'm always for creativity. So again, you go back to where I said second one sucks for any franchise. All right, the second one sucks. Oh well, you still have the original that's so great that got you to the movie seat or got you into the theater to go see that film. So, but yeah, I'm gonna have to give this a solid 4.5, below average, because I did not like this movie, and I expected a little bit more. I really did. And again, maybe that's because my expectations. Now, if this movie was a standalone film, not coming off the Another Simple Favor, honestly, on its own, I'll be honest, I probably would have liked it a little bit more if it was on its own. But because it's a sequel, I have to, input matters and expectations matter. And so, like, same thing with everything else. I feel like I rate it as a movie and everything, of course, but as a solo film. But at the same time, though, it relies a lot on the connectivity of the first film. So
it does, because with the return of the characters, the continuation of the story, where they're at now,
exactly,
yada yada yada.
So
I get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, I think. Would you encourage people to watch it?
I would say I guarantee everyone's gonna watch this movie because it's on Prime. If you have Prime. The world has Prime pretty much. So I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna go check this movie out if you have not already. I do recommend go seeing this at home. Obviously it's
if you have the chance to stream it, definitely do it on Prime.
Here's the thing. I think people are gonna watch it because of the Blake Lively scandal. That's it.
Sure. Although I will argue, I wouldn't necessarily sign up for Prime just to see this movie. If you already have it, you want something on your rotation,
I'm pretty sure
something new.
Yeah.
Definitely take a look. But I necessarily wouldn't sign up for Prime just to see this movie.
Yeah, definitely not, guys. All right, thank you so much for making us a part of your day. As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. aka Ryan680.
I'm Angela Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. You know what to do. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to us. And thank you for making us a part of your day. Have a good one, guys. See you at the movies latest.